Hi, Hezri Samsuri from Cars, Bikes and Trucks. Today with me is a spanking new Volkswagen Polo GTI, the bad boy in town currently. Now, I actually really like the car, firstly because of its pricing. Volkswagen Group Malaysia has priced this car at 132,888 for the 3-door version. And if you want to feel a bit more boring and domestic, get the 5-door version at an extra 3,000 ringgit Malaysia. Now, what is so hot about this car? Number one, it's a GTI. You're not buying a normal Polo that you can drive pergi pasar or pergi supermarket. No, this is the GTI. It has history. It's a legend itself. It comes with a 1.4 litre TSI engine, which means it has a supercharger and a turbocharger inside. Now, the same engine is actually can be found under the hood of the Golf 1.4 TSI and also the Scirocco 1.4. But in the car, as small and as light as the Polo, the performance is like mind-boggling. It has a 7-speed gearbox, DSG. It does 0 to 100 in 6.9 seconds, and top speed, claimed top speed, is 229 km/h. The engine gives you 180 horsepower and 250 Nm of torque. So, apa lagi kita tunggu? Let's go and check out how good this car is on the road. Jom! Polo GTI drives like what a Polo GTI should be. Now, you cannot compare this car with the Golf GTI. Definitely the Golf GTI is better. But pocket rocket. And from what I experienced, driving on the highway the car with short wheelbase can tend to be a bit on the wild side. But if you go to the short curvy road, like my favorite back road in Bengkel or somewhere in Tangkak or Kara Old Road, this car is splendidly menyedapkan, super best. Except for one thing, the nose does a bit too much, which does not allow me to brake quite late because the tail will sort of like slide out. It can be fun, but if the surface is wet, it can be a bit hairy, menakutkan. Driving comfort, well, for me, number one must be the driving position, which is spot on. In terms of comfort, well, it's running on a very low profile tire and the springs are quite hard, but then again, it's not really as bumpy as you might think. It's not like the Proton Weekend ke apa, no, it's not like that. It's still comfortable and this is a car that you can drive every day. Plus with the automatic DSG gearbox, definitely it's a car that you can drive to your office, go to your pasar malam, pergi Carrefour, Giant, and later at the end of the week, you can go track driving.
Here we go.
The steering wheel, GTI signature, feels firm, it's nice to hold, and the steering feedback, bear in mind that this is a front wheel drive, so it might not feel as direct as a rear wheel drive car or all wheel drive car, but still, for a front wheel drive car, small car like this, I think it's quite direct. The gearbox is the DSG 7-speed gearbox with pedal shifters. Now, a lot of people ask me about the engine. It's a TSI engine, a supercharged and a turbocharged engine, so it's very complicated. And they were asking me, what kind of petrol can the car use? Must we pump 97, the expensive one? Now, this car is designed for this country. You can actually use the RON 95, the cheaper petrol for this car. Now that's super value for an already superbly priced car. The interior quality is actually good. I mean, I've seen Japanese car and Korean car priced at above 130,000 ringgit, and the interior is still lower compared to the Polo GTI. This wise, well, it's a Polo. So definitely U4, but the one sitting behind probably small or maybe your children. The boot size is acceptable and the fuel tank can accept approximately about 45 liters of petrol. You also get a proper radio with USB, CD and also auxiliary port with buttons on the steering. The audio I find is better than the standard Polo and I quite like it. The bass is quite punchy and the treble and mid-range is okay. Of course, I mean, if you're really into audio, you'll definitely change it. But I mean, for normal human beings, it's good enough. And the car comes with sunroof, wide shade for all kereta gempak-gempak dalam Malaysia. Okay, one of the features that we must always check are the safety features. Now, this car has a Euro NCAP 5-star rating for adult occupant protection. Apart from that, you have bi-xenon headlights with integrated LED daytime running lights, which makes the car look cool. You also have cruise control, curtain airbag system, front airbags, side airbags. Then you have your electronics, the EBD, the ESP, the ABS, and the other BS1SS system lah. The car comes with ISOFIX anchorage points. Now we at CBT, we really promote the usage of a baby seat or child seat with ISOFIX system. I simply love this car. The number one reason is the price. At 132,888, it's freaking cheap. Cheap is objective, but for a GTI, that's amazing value. And Volkswagen Group Malaysia is giving 5-year warranty on this car. And while it still can do more than 200 km per hour, fuel consumption is 5.9 litre per 100 km. In fact, that's like a Myvi, or maybe better than a Myvi. Wah, gila mantap kita ni. Now, why I really like this car? Number one is the price. For 132,888 ringgit Malaysia, you are not getting a normal Polo, but a GTI, a legend. And with all the performance, fuel consumption is still 5.9 litre per 100 km. Now that is the claim figure. What I really got was actually 350 km from the 45 litre tank, which is a mixed driving condition, fast and slow, really fast and stuff. I pumped around 95, and according to the brochure, there will be slight decrease of performance, which frankly speaking I didn't really notice. Now, if you buy this car, you get a 5-year warranty plus 5-year roadside assistance from Volkswagen Group Malaysia. That's another amazing value for the car. This Polo GTI can be your number one car for the singles, or maybe those who just got married with no kids. It can be your second car, your third car, your weekend car, your track car, you name it. The car is complete. You can drive it every day. And my take on this car, this is one car you should try. Hezri Samsuri, Cars, Bikes and Trucks. See you again.